afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome back to J&J Talk. I'm Jeremy alongside my good friend Joey, and
Yo,
we are
yo.
here to discuss another topic. So, Joey, what's going to be our topic for tonight?
So, our topic this week is something that I like to bring up a lot and people like to argue with me on. And I believe that giraffes are not real. I have never seen one. I have only seen them in works of fiction. I have never seen a friend of mine with a picture with one. They are big and they look like aliens. I do not believe they exist. Jeremy disagrees.
Oh, okay. I do disagree. That's a comical topic to bring up, but I have to strongly disagree with that.
Okay. So why do you disagree with me?
Um, First of all, I've never seen a giraffe up close myself either, but I'm pretty sure that other people have seen them up close, taken pictures with them, have done all types of giraffe things with giraffes, and they're animals. So we've seen videos of these creatures. So how can we assume that they're not real?
Well, you see, you're assuming. I just know. Okay.
And how do you know?
Alright, so first off, giraffes. I've never seen one. There's some things I've seen that people don't believe are real. But hold that. That's that. What the main point I want to bring up is right off the bat is everyone always tells me, Joey, you've never seen a giraffe. Go to the zoo. You'll see a giraffe. I've been to at least 3 zoos in my lifetime. Not once have I seen a giraffe. Never. Not once. Everyone always says, go to a giraffe. Go to a zoo. You'll see a giraffe. Go to a zoo. You'll see a giraffe. I've never seen one. You say you've seen one. I don't see a picture with you with one. Yeah, I believe a lot of stuff can be photoshopped. Footage can be edited. I mean, there's a whole video series online about if Martians invaded during World War One, and they have footage of it. Who says the Discovery Channel is not, doctoring footage of giraffes?
You know what? You're right. I mean, I've seen pictures and videos of giraffes. I've never seen them up close either. And I've been to zoos in my lifetime, and you make a good point there. I've never seen a giraffe at a zoo.
Exactly.
But Joey, I still have to disagree with you. There's been video proof, obviously, of giraffes. You've seen animals attacking giraffes. You've seen giraffes fighting other giraffes. Like there's actual videos on like the Discovery Channel and stuff like this of giraffes.
Well, I mean, there's also video footage of Bigfoot. Not everyone believes in Bigfoot.
Uh, yeah, you got a point.
I mean, are you familiar with the Patterson footage, which is like the most famous footage of Bigfoot ever? Like,
Yeah, you're right.
people debate that. You've never seen a giraffe, Jeremy. I've never seen a giraffe.
But I'm pretty sure we have friends or family who've seen giraffes, Joey.
So they claim. So they claim. Like, I'm gonna say a shout out to my friend Tommy. Like, Tommy.
Yeah.
Always just go to the zoo. You'll see a giraffe. I've seen one at the zoo. Tommy, I've never seen one. You claim you've seen one, but you're offering me no physical proof of a giraffe. Besides, go see one.
So
Mm,
Tommy doesn't have a picture of himself with a giraffe or no video recording.
nope.
Well, I have two good friends of mine who live in Las Vegas. Their names are Omar and Christina, and they've actually uploaded a video on Instagram about a few weeks ago. Talking about this made me remember that video. They were feeding a giraffe, Joey. So these are two people I know personally. They were feeding a giraffe.
Well, here's the thing. If you give me enough time, I'm gonna go make a video of me hanging out with the Loch Ness monster doing some cool barrel rolls. Footage can be doctored.
Oh, you're right. You're right. But I don't think that was any type of like edited footage or anything, Joey. I think that was authentic,
Now,
100%.
Now, have you seen the pictures of so-called giraffes? Mind you, I'm doing the air quotes as I'm saying giraffes like they're real. Um, have you seen them? They are unnaturally tall, and they look like aliens. Like, think about it. Look at the way their faces look. Like they're, I don't know what they are. They look like fucking antennas on the top of their heads.
They look like Cheeto horses.
Yeah, I mean they're really like tall. I mean, yeah, elephants are really big, whales are really big, but guess what? Elephants are really big for a purpose. Like, have you seen those things like fucking fight? Like Hannibal used to ride those things into battle. You never hear
You're
about
right.
people riding giraffes into battle. I mean, and you think about it, they're so tall, you think they'd be good for something like that. But no, what do they like? If let's say if these things were real, how are they not extinct?
I
Okay,
don't know. I can't answer that.
like
I don't have an answer for that one.
all you have to do is take out the legs, bam, you're done.
I guess because no one really wants to kill a giraffe.
Um, I guess not.
They seem
But
so majestic and beautiful.
exactly, if they were real, they would be so majestic. But we don't know. I mean, have you played The Last of Us?
Yeah,
Okay, so you remember that scene where like Ellie's so amazed that they see a giraffe, and they see the giraffes going through like Utah, like
but
from the
that's a
Salt Lake City. That's a work. That's a work of fiction in itself. But that's why they're able to do it because it's a work of fiction. She's like, "Wow, giraffes!" She doesn't even know what to call them. She calls them like land monsters or something. Um,
but The Last of Us is it's like a freaking apocalypse basically. So the chances of you seeing an animal in general is just surprising in itself.
Apocalypse, perfect spot for aliens to come down. What do
Oh,
giraffes look like?
oh God. See,
Aliens.
you right. They look like cheetah horses with antennas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it'd be pretty cool if there were some giraffes, like if they were like shorter, but like I don't see it.
What what made you come up with this? Like, how did this come in your head? What sparked this? I need to know what sparked this.
What sparked this? Well, every zoo I've been to, I've never seen a giraffe. I forget. I think I saw a picture of it. A picture of a guy doing a presentation on giraffes are not real, and I can prove it. And it brought up a good point to me that, yeah, giraffes. I've never seen a giraffe. They're not real. Like the arguments everyone uses to defend them is the same things that like when I try it, doesn't work. Like it's not like so it's almost like a leprechaun where they say like, oh, if you do this, a leprechaun will appear. Or if you get to the end of a rainbow, like, all right, people have tried that, and they never get to the end of the rainbow. So leprechauns aren't real. We all know that.
But have you ever tried getting to an end of a rainbow?
Twice. First, I ate a bunch of Skittles because they say taste the rainbow, and I figured that would give you the powers to get to the end of a rainbow, and that didn't work.
That would be cheating if that was possible. That's not really putting an effort.
It is, or driving really fast down 78.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you can't catch it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But we don't know how big a rainbow actually is.
That's
So how
true.
do you know where it begins and where it ends?
Yeah, that's that.
One minute you're outside picking flowers. Next thing, there's a rainbow in the sky. We don't know where it began or where it ends. So how do you actually know what the end of a rainbow is?
That's true. But they claim there's a pot of gold. Have you ever seen a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow?
I've never attempted to find the end of a rainbow.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever attempted to find a giraffe?
No, no. I mean, yeah, at the zoo, yeah.
Yeah, see, I have too. And I was really excited when I went to the zoo. I was like, finally, I'm going to see one of these giraffes everyone's always talking and raving about, and how they're so great, and they're spotted, and they're tall, and they have long necks, and they eat from trees. Like so do monkeys. They eat from trees too. Good for them. But like every time I've gone to the zoo, they say, "Oh, we don't have a giraffe." Well, what the hell?
Maybe we need to buy a plane ticket and go to Africa.
Ooh,
They seem to
maybe.
have a lot of giraffes over there.
So they claim. But
You're
what if it's
right.
just like a marketing gimmick, like one of those guided hunts, like to, hey guys, we're gonna go into the woods of like Washington, and we're gonna find Bigfoot, and you get there and there's like the fake tracks, there's like the fake Bigfoot poop, there's like, you see a guy in a suit kind of run away. Like, it's like, come on, don't insult Bigfoot like that. I guess it's like, don't insult the myths of giraffes like that.
Yeah, yeah. You, your points make sense oddly, but
Exactly.
again, I have close friends who've seen a giraffe, who've touched a giraffe, they've fed a giraffe, so, and I've watched the video online. But again, it's online, so it can be all made up, right?
It can all be doctored. Like, I mean, I can put a video up tomorrow of us being chased by a serial killer. We've never been chased by serial killers.
I mean, you're right.
I guess this
You're right.
I guess this dives further into how can we know what videos are real and what are not. And like, if you and I know a video is real, like let's say we shoot a video of us at the range shooting guns. Like, how does someone else who, let's say, they don't believe in guns and they're like, "Oh, that's not real. I wasn't there shooting that gun."
You're right. What is real? I mean, this whole thing we live can be some type of false reality in itself. I mean, everybody has seen The Matrix, and you saw what happened there.
Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves fucked some shit up.
Exactly. But the idea of a false reality is still a possibility. So all
Yeah.
of this right now can be fake. And in the actual reality, the giraffes can be running the whole show
Oh shit. I didn't think of that.
right next to unicorns.
But it's like, so there had to be something that was the basis for giraffes. Like, you think about it. Okay, like vampires, werewolves, all that stuff. Like, how did these things come about? People obviously had something that might have been real or something real similarly to it, you know. Um, and I guess what you believe in, I guess, depends on, how do I say it? I guess like you might believe in some things that you haven't seen, but other things you might not believe in. Like, do you believe in vampires and werewolves and aliens?
I mean, vampires and werewolves, no. Aliens, kinda.
Okay.
I have a belief in aliens.
Now, what is your reason for believing in aliens but not believing in vampires and werewolves?
My reason for believing in aliens is simply because of the fact that we have an entire solar system, a whole galaxy full of planets, and I find it hard to believe that our planet is the only planet with life on it. I find that extremely hard to believe.
Okay. Now, how do you know there's not a planet full of vampire aliens?
I don't know. I don't.
That's what I mean. I mean, we pick and choose what we believe in. You know, I mean, the world is so vast and large. I guess it is possible giraffes exist. I guess I'm guessing it is possible. I mean, like the possibility of vampires is possible. The possibility of werewolves is possible. The possibility of aliens is possible, which I am a
I
firm
mean, we have
believer in
vampire
aliens.
bats, so that's the closest we have.
Oh yeah, we got vampire bats. We got a
I
whole
just,
mess of things.
I just find it hard to believe that we're the only life on Earth in the galaxy.
Hmm. No, I agree. I absolutely agree. I think we have more evidence proving the existence of aliens than we do of giraffes. But that's just me. Think about it, Roswell. There's all these cover-ups. It's almost like, all right. Do you remember in the '90s, Fox News aired a alien autopsy video? Do you remember that?
Hmm.
Okay.
I remember that.
Yes. So, and it's interesting because in an episode of the X Files, they talk about it and like they get what they think is an
Yeah.
alien autopsy video. And it's interesting because everyone knew the alien autopsy video on Fox was fake. It was just like, it showed too much, and it was too perfect of an angle, too perfect. It showed way too much. Whereas in the X Files, the episode that they get this alien autopsy, the reason Mulder believes it's a real alien autopsy video is it didn't show you too much. It showed you just enough to make you skeptical about it, right? So like
Yeah.
giraffes, they almost show too much to make you believe they're real. Almost too much
All we
evidence.
have are pictures and videos.
Oh, we have our pictures and videos. We also have pictures and videos of aliens, which I'll stipulate. Yeah, we did say aliens are possibly real, very possible. Like I said, it's possible giraffes are real. I just don't believe they're real.
Now, what can be some type of conclusion to make you change your mind about this? Like you would have to actually see one up close.
I would have to see a giraffe. Absolutely.
You know what? We're going to have to make this happen one day because that's an experience we both need. I've never seen one up close either, so
Hmm.
that's an experience we both are going to have to witness together.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, after that, we can try to go find like unicorns and probably fairies. I mean, fairies have always been the big thing, right?
Hmm.
For
Oh,
centuries.
that reminds me. There was a video, and I love cryptozoology. I find cryptozoology very very interesting. And I remember there was a video that came online. I want to say it was like back in 2012, 2013. I don't remember exactly when it was, but anyways, there's like this people in the UK, and they're like, "What's that?" And you see like a fairy kind of like pop out of a tree, and it was like it's one of those situations where it's like, okay, that's way too on the nose, way too on the nose. Like it was like, I mean, you could tell it was someone CGI, something that they made, and it's like, well, now you're just harming the fact that these things could potentially be real. You know, like with the hoaxes and all that, like it doesn't help. Just if they're real, let it be.
I've seen similar videos like that.
Yeah.
I guess they were hiking across this cave, and like over the cave, like over the cliff part of it, they saw like this figure that looked like a witch on a broom or on something, like flying past them. But it wasn't like real fast. It was just at like a normal pace, and they were just recording it move, like flying away. And obviously, I'm just like, come on, it's a little out there.
Yeah.
Especially if that thing was real, I think it would have just slaughtered all of them and just been on its way.
Oh,
The fact
absolutely.
that they were able to get this thing on video and nothing happened, and they were just able to upload it all freely and go about their lives, it's a little too much. That's a little too much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's almost like, how do I put it? Like you show too much, it's almost like you're harming the cause. Yeah, maybe you're making a fun video, but remember what you're doing. Like I could go outside my backyard right now and I could take a video of a giraffe, but you wouldn't believe that's a real giraffe.
I mean, of course, I wouldn't, because I would be like, how is that even possible? How did a giraffe end up in your backyard? So
Mhm.
on that, I believe that is actually there, but I still believe that giraffes exist.
Fair enough. I don't know.
I'm not going to believe they exist in your backyard, and you're just like grooming a giraffe to be like your noble steed and conquer all of Pennsylvania.
That would actually be pretty badass.
It would.
Just like
But
riding a wildebeest.
that would be pretty badass too.
Hmm.
That would be serious. That would be something serious. I don't think anyone would be on your bad side.
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
have a lot of
wildebeests are
friends
pretty
in
cool.
this, but
Now,
the just the idea of giraffes not existing is pretty out there, Joey.
oh, it absolutely is. A lot of unpopular
The crazy thing
opinions.
is, the crazy thing is, you're not the only one who believes that. There are like thousands of people who actually believe that. And actually, earlier today, I was looking up people talking about this and tweeting about this, and I'm just like, there's really a whole, there's like a whole other world of people who believe that giraffes are not real.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't know that was a thing. I thought,
I didn't either.
aside from that one meme, I was like, oh,
No,
that's,
there are a whole lot of people that believe that giraffes are not real. It's like a you guys have like your own little community probably. You meet
I
up
need.
every other week to discuss about how giraffes are not real.
Hmm. The first thing I type is a thing from Reddit. And it says, "Do giraffes really exist?" I mean, have you ever seen one in real life? I sure haven't. What a champ.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I was on. I again, people were like tweeting about this and putting their own little comments up about the fact that they, they have a better chance of believing in unicorns before they believe in giraffes. I was like, oh, well then.
Oh my god! Like this is one guy. He said, "I thought I saw one at the zoo, but it turned out my dad had just dressed up as one. I was kind of sad when I found out they're not real." See, it's kind of like Santa.
Yeah, exactly. I read this tweet. I'm reading it again actually. This one guy, he just said basically, how are unicorns fake but giraffes are real? Like, what's more believable, a horse with a horn on his head, or leopard moose camel with 4 foot necks? And I'm just, yeah, that's funny. But he made a point, like, some type of like hybrid horse camel leopard moose, or a horse with a horn on his head. What's more believable?
See, that's very true. It's like, I mean, you think about it, how crazy tall they are. Think about it. Have you ever seen anything that big besides like a skyscraper? I'm talking about like an animal. And I mean, you think
No,
about it, like a whale. I mean, I've been to the Museum of Natural History and they have a whale there, and those things are pretty goddamn big. You know, and I mean, makes sense. The ocean is a huge place. Who knows what the hell could be hiding in that ocean?
right?
Think about it. See, I mean, Africa, yeah, Africa is a big place, but I mean, so is the United States. Are there giraffes hiding in the United States?
Possibly.
Hmm.
We just haven't gone to the right zoo yet. That's probably what it is.
But
There
how do
are
you
zoos
know?
all
But what
across
if we get to that
America.
zoo? What if we get to this zoo? All right, and it turns out it's just like someone in a costume, like that guy's dad.
Then I'd be pretty heartbroken.
Yeah.
I paid money and I traveled just to see a guy dressed up as a giraffe. For all that, I could have went to Toys R Us.
If that still existed.
You're right. That's the only giraffe I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. And now it's gone.
Would that technically make them extinct?
Maybe.
In your opinion? I'm pretty sure you've seen the Toys R Us giraffe.
What if it turns out giraffes were real, but their existence was tied to Toys R Us?
That would be heartbreaking.
Now all the giraffes are dead, and it's probably
Yes,
Nick
and
Jerry's fault.
if you have someone to blame, blame Nick.
Goddamn Nick Jerry, that son of a bitch. But it's funny because his own existence is even called to question by some people I know. And their logical arguments, you know who you are when I'm saying this, is you've never seen him. And I showed video proof of that bitch Nick Jerry riding a bull and getting his ass thrown off that bull like a bitch. All
But
right?
have you seen Nick Jerry up close?
Yes, I have. He lived down the road from me. I didn't believe he existed at first too, until I met him in person.
Oh, okay.
And that debate was put to rest.
There you go. Now, what if he's tied to giraffes and he has the only giraffe in his basement?
Oh, then he's a sick fuck because I know what he's doing to that giraffe.
Let's not think that far ahead. Let's not.
But I digress. I digress.
The point is, I strongly believe you, my friend, are out there with theories. Even though they make somewhat you make some valid points and it makes sense a little bit, but again, you haven't seen a giraffe because you haven't been to, I guess, a zoo that has a giraffe or any type of like jungle or anything where giraffes normally live.
Hmm, that's true. I've seen a kangaroo though. That's pretty cool. Not a giraffe.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, oh, so I haven't seen a kangaroo. Now, what if I say I don't believe in them?
No, you'd have to take my word for it. So I guess it depends on how much you trust my. Not even that, because I mean you might trust me, but I might just be trying to fuck with you.
Exactly. So how do I know if you actually saw a kangaroo if I
I.
wasn't there with you?
It's very true. I guess you'd have to see a kangaroo.
Exactly. So in reality, whatever we didn't see probably isn't real.
I guess if we're good, but yeah, I guess by that suspension of disbelief, until we see it, it's not real.
It, seeing is believing. I guess on this aspect, seeing is believing.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I just find it so hard to believe that like all these zoos that everyone says go to a zoo, and then not one single giraffe.
Maybe we should Google zoos with giraffes.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna type zoos with giraffes. Let's see what pops up. Zoos with giraffes. No results near you. Hmm. Zoos with giraffes across the country. No results. See, now that's the problem. Now the question is, do you believe that I actually typed that in?
See, I don't know. I kind
See,
of don't because it goes back to what I said earlier about me having friends who've actually been to a zoo to feed a giraffe.
ooh, apparently there is a sloth meet and greet day over at the Lehigh Valley Zoo.
Ah, sloth there.
Or hop into spring. Does this have to do with kangaroos? I really hope so. Nope, it doesn't look like it has anything to do with kangaroos.
Nor
That'd
does it
be
have anything to do with giraffes.
exactly. Now here's the thing: they are so tall too. Like when, all right, I'm gonna look up the Philadelphia Zoo. Okay, and the reason I'm looking at the Philadelphia Zoo is on Halloween we parked at the Philadelphia Zoo
Hmm.
before we went to tear behind the walls. Theoretically, we should be able to see the giraffe when we're not in the zoo because they're so tall, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see one. They had a picture of one.
I mean,
Philadelphia.
I'm sure they don't leave the animals out all night. They have to go somewhere.
Yeah, what if it's gonna walk around? Okay, see, so they're claiming the Philadelphia Zoo has giraffes, and they look pretty tall. I feel like I should have seen it then. I did not see it.
Well, I'm assuming you went during the nighttime.
Yeah, well, yeah, evening.
So I think at one point during that time, all the animals have to come in and they have to call it a night.
Well, we didn't go into the zoo. I'm just saying if they're so tall, we should have been able to see them from outside. But I could see the logic there. I could see that. I could see that.
So maybe you have to pick a day where you actually have an event at the zoo and see what you come across. Do some
Yeah,
investigation.
that's true. But until I see it, I don't believe in the giraffe.
Well, Joey, I guess that makes one of us because I find it pretty hard to believe that we went our entire lives knowing about giraffes and then for people to basically say, "Oh, they don't exist. It's fake. Giraffes are not real." But then that brings up the what you said before about Bigfoot. Like we've also grew up our entire lives hearing about Bigfoot and the Loch Ness monsters and like all these other creatures, and we don't believe in them.
Yeah. Well,
But
I see. I believe the footage of Bigfoot. It's kind of like going back to my argument about the X Files and the Fox News alien
Yeah,
autopsy video. Like we just see just enough that it's plausible, but we don't see too much that's like, okay, we get it, like it's there, you know.
but
See,
that all can be nonsense too.
it could be. It absolutely could. It really could.
It could be one of those things to where they're like, you know what? We can get some of these people if we throw this story out here. Let's do it. Boom. There we go. Aliens. You know how many people believe in aliens? I mean, I'm one of them, but I know a bullcrap story when I see one.
Oh, absolutely. So then you're saying that you believe a bullcrap story. So you're like, all the Discovery documentaries. They're all bullshit then about giraffes, right?
No. No, Joey, I'm not saying that the stories on giraffes are bullshit. I believe giraffes exist. I believe that they are living, breathing animals that live in the wild and in the zoo. You just haven't came across one yet. I mean, I haven't either, but eventually I know I will. And when I do, I'm going to video chat you. Not take a picture. I'm going to video chat you so you know it's legit.
Okay, if you say so.
Because pictures are worth pictures are worth 1,000 words, but pictures can also be fake. So
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. Like, I said about them looking like aliens, those things on the top of their heads and everything.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I read somewhere someone like said that those are used as like weapons for the giraffe. Like that's their means of defense. How the hell does that work? Or how is that even
I
plausible?
mean, yeah, it is because well, actually, I saw a video on that, and a couple of days ago, I was just bored, just randomly watching videos on YouTube, and it was these two giraffes fighting, and since they have real long necks, and their necks have like a lot of muscles, they swing their necks. That's how they fight.
They swing their necks.
Yeah, and those little horns on their head they use as weapons against their enemies.
And that doesn't seem ridiculous to you.
I mean, no, not really. They have long necks, and their necks are pretty strong. So why not
But
use it to your advantage?
but if necks are so strong, then why is it so easy to snap someone's neck?
You know what? I don't know. I guess because they're equally strong, so it kind of like I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that.
Hmm. See, exactly. I mean, you think about it. If their necks are so strong, like it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Like I don't use my neck as a form of weapon. I
Well,
mean, if you
I
do, I mean,
guess
good for
their
you.
necks are
But
strong against normal people like us and other animals, but compared to another giraffe, it's just like another giraffe. It's all about who can outstrike who. Like people who cage fight, they're both equally talented, but it's all about who can hit where it counts and hit where it hurts. Basically the same with giraffes.
now, let's say giraffes are real. Okay, let's say that they are. Okay, let's agree to this premises. How have they not become extinct? Like,
I don't think anyone really wants to wear like giraffe skin or giraffe fur.
I'm not talking about you or me going out and just like poaching a couple giraffes. I'm talking about like nature. All right, like dog eat dog world. Like, look at lions. All right, I've seen a lion. They're pretty badass. I've seen bears.
Really
They're pretty
long necks
badass too.
that they swing around.
Yeah, but swinging around a long ass neck is gonna do jack shit if a fucking thing is biting your leg. like, like that bitch is gonna be
Yeah, that is true.
immobilized.
That is true.
I mean, I guess they have their hooves and stuff like that they can stomp on things. But my
That
point
too.
is, but I feel like that's not enough. It's like, yeah, you can own a flintlock pistol to defend yourself, but that's pretty stupid because, like, what's that going to do against an armed intruder if you miss?
Yeah.
Like, and this whole idea of now, I guess this is diving into a whole nother conversation, the topic of evolution and natural selection and all that bullshit. But, like, how did they not naturally evolve to have a better means of defense? Like deer,
Now,
right?
who's to say they didn't?
No, I'm saying giraffes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's to say when they were like first created, they didn't have like really short, stubby little necks, and they were just getting mauled and killed by everything that came across their way?
I guess that's possible, but then I think they all would have been extinct by then. Like deer,
Exactly. But
like deer.
somewhere it happened.
Like think of deer. Deer can just run away. They can run away, or if they're like a buck, like they have the horns and they can just like smash into shit. All right. That's how deer survive, by flight. I can't see giraffes outrunning anything. Like,
They got pretty long legs, so I think they can hold their own in the running department.
but they're pretty awkward. I mean, think about that big and running.
They might have a slow start because of how big they are, but
They might
I'm
have a
sure
slow start.
eventually they'll be able to pick up the pace.
Eventually, they'll pick up the pace. Hmm. I don't know. I still can't. I still can't just see how they haven't all died out. Like, there's so many other animals that like have been hunted to near extinction, or not even necessarily hunted by humans, but just like, you know, near extinction. And like, they're so much more badass of fighters.
Now, what if they just avoid conflict? They're the type of animals to avoid conflict, stay in
Oh,
their own little
Switzerland.
lane, and go about their day.
I guess that's possible. I mean, I guess someone needs to be the Switzerland of the animal kingdom. But why are
Exactly.
giraffes gonna be that animal? If they're so badass and alien looking, like you think they'd kind of want to, dominate.
No, man. No, never judge a book by its cover. Maybe they are the gentle giants of the animal kingdom.
Hmm. I don't know. I,
Possibility?
it's a
I think so.
possibility. It is a possibility. But I don't know. I still just don't. I'm still not on board with the idea of giraffes.
I just think you. I honestly don't know what to think, Joey. Even though I've never seen a giraffe in real life, I cannot come to that conclusion that they don't exist.
Hmm.
I just can't bring myself to that conclusion. I don't know why, but it feels right believing in giraffes.
Believing in giraffes feels right.
It does. It does.
If you say so. I I don't know. I feel there's so many more things that are much more plausible that don't exist than a giant
Like, oh, throw some out there. I want to hear. I want to hear this. Give me some examples.
of like crazy things that exist that don't, or that do exist but
Crazy things that don't exist that seem like more believable to exist.
oh, okay. Unicorns right off the bat. Unicorns. They're the first one that I
That
can
I
think
can
of.
agree with.
Another one I can think of is vampires. Vampires,
But
I feel like should be. I mean, now, I guess we're debating if one believes vampires or not. But I mean, you think about it, vampires, there's so much lore and so much around it, I guess, in human history, that, like, they should exist. Like, the thought had to come from somewhere. Yet they
wouldn't they
didn't.
be extinct though? Since we know like all of their weaknesses, they would be easily wiped out.
But what if, now hear me out. Now, what if It's sort of like a 30 Days a Night situation where like vampires know that like everyone knows their weaknesses and that they're so immune to that they have to be in the dark and can't be in the light, that they've essentially gone into hiding, and now they have their own secret society that they pretty much have people going out and doing their bidding for them. And they promise, oh, we'll turn you into a vampire, but really humans are just the slaves to them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, think about it. Like, have you seen 30 Days a Night?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Yeah, 30 Days a Night is badass.
It
And
is.
so one thing they don't touch upon in the movie is, you remember that scene where like the one head vampire and like they get into a fight? Actually, that doesn't happen in the movie at all. That just happens in the book. But anyways, like the vampires are arguing at one point or other, and the reason that they're arguing is that in the book they talk about that they have made the world believe that vampires are not real and vampires are myths. And now with this attack on Nome, Alaska, that throws everything out the window. Because it's like, oh, now everyone's going to know we're real. It's like, just for what? A one-time feeding ground?
Yeah, you bring
Yeah.
up a good point. That's true. That's
Yeah, I
true.
mean, because like a vampire is not going to want their existence known. Let's be quite honest. But it is very possible that like if you think about it, that there was some disease or something that transformed some human being into some creature that couldn't go out in the day. I mean,
That's believable.
that is absolutely believable. The blood thing might be a little far fetched, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's entirely possible. There have been diseases that have caused people to crave blood or eat blood or shit like that. I wouldn't do it. I
Or
think
just
that's very
become
stupid.
straight cannibals.
Oh yeah. See now, like I find it hard to believe that cannibals, like someone would want to eat another person's flesh, but people do it.
Yeah, man. Remember that whole bath salt epidemic that was going on?
Oh shit, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Turned them into zombies, basically. They were just eating people and going crazy.
Now, I remember when that legit was going on. I remember there was like some article, I think it was like 4chan or someone along those lines. And they were discussing that, like, oh, the reason this guy had this disease and all this stuff, and it was like linked to this whole bunch of thing about how zombies were real, and this was like all real and legitimate. And I was just kind of like, that'd be friggin' cool if it was like that.
That'd
But
be fucking scary.
oh, absolutely scary. But I mean, if you think about a zombie apocalypse, or I guess let's stick to zombies. All right, we'll use zombies for this theoretical scenario of an apocalypse. Think of how, I mean, I guess the idea of the strong surviving and I guess kind of society kind of reverting. Yeah, it'd be scary, but would the zombies be the real threat after a while? Like, I know the show The Walking Dead obviously touches base on this. And I mean, let's face it, the show has kind of gone downhill. I like it, but the show has gone
Mm-hmm.
down. The books are still, or the comics, I should say, are much better. The one book I read, it was the one about the governor. It was like okay, and then the second one I had to stop reading after like the second chapter. It was just so awful. But anyways, oh my god, yeah, like it was just atrocious and just really screwed with the lore. But like, anyways, think about it. Like, we as people are so dependent on technology and the latest trend or the latest fad or whatever it is. Think of having to revert almost back, societal wise, to where that is not the big concern. That would be awesome, not having to worry about Facebook, Instagram, um, whatever other social media outlet one uses. It's almost like you have to worry about the necessities and stuff that, actually matters.
Like finding a giraffe.
Like finding a draft. Like that would become completely useless
I
in the zombie
mean,
apocalypse.
yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Like I wouldn't be worried about, trying to prove to people that giraffes do not exist in the zombie apocalypse. I'd be worried about trying to survive and eating and killing the undead hordes and protecting me and my own, shit like
Then
shit
one
like
day
that.
you would actually see a giraffe.
And then I would actually say giraffe. It would make it all much better.
But guess what? It's an apocalypse. So no one's going to believe you. There's no way to prove that this giraffe is real unless you kill it and bring it back.
Oh, I could wear its fur and I could be their king.
That too. Start a whole new apocalypse. Maybe a whole new revolution. Hybrid human giraffes.
See, and now if giraffes are so great, yeah, I guess now we're really straying from the topic of are giraffes real or not. But I guess if giraffes are so great, why don't they dominate the animal kingdom?
I don't think they're great. I mean, they're real, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, obviously, there are a lot of other animals who can take them down. Not with ease, though, but other animals that can take them down and put up a good fight.
That's true. But I think I don't know. I just don't think the evidence is there for giraffes.
What evidence are we looking for then? What is
The
the
fact
evidence that we need?
I need to see it. I need to see someone I know with it, opposed to just being told, "Hey, go to the zoo. You'll see a giraffe."
But oh, so no, you're saying you need to see it up close. All right, I get you. I get what you're saying.
I would need some. I need to see it, or I would need to have someone, actually show me a video of them with a giraffe or something with a giraffe, because like it just seems very implausible.
No, no, no.
They're way too big. They have no place in the world.
Okay. What how do we really know what our places are in the world in general? We're just here. What is our purpose?
I guess humans, I guess whatever you do to contribute to society, or do or don't do. I guess in that regard, what role does the giraffe have in the animal kingdom?
What role does any animal have in the animal kingdom?
Well, typically lions, I'd say they like to dominate the food chain. They like to be the bamfs. You know what I mean? Like they like to be the guys in charge.
But what major role do they have besides slaughtering other animals and eating them?
Well, I would say another thing is they help fertilize the ground. They poop,
Every animal does that.
and they also are population control for other animals, like making sure gazelles and wildebeest don't flourish too much.
But we have other animals that do that also. We have like tigers, leopards, jaguars, cheetahs, all other animals that do the exact same thing as lions. So, what are their purpose? Why are they here?
Why lions are? I guess
Yeah.
I guess it's once the animal kingdom is established or whatever, that's when their rule is defined. And I guess I would say at this point the animal kingdom has been established.
By who though?
But I guess the animals in the ecosystem that they live in,
Which includes giraffes.
theoretically.
No, no. Giraffes are a part of the animal kingdom. I have no physical proof myself to prove this, but they are a part of the animal kingdom.
I think I need some solid evidence.
I I cannot go to the movies and watch The Lion King and know all these animals are real except a giraffe. I cannot watch a movie and be like, "Oh, that animal can possibly be fake, but the rest of them are real."
See, I don't know. See, I can believe that because like Lion King, as great as it is a work of fiction. The animals talk.
You're right, but all the animals are based off of real animals in
Well,
Africa.
so are banthas in Star Wars. They were elephants that were dressed up, but you don't believe banthas are real.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But y- you know, yeah, I can't even argue that because Star Wars is fantasy and Lion King is somewhat fantasy. I mean, talking animals. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Lion King's awesome, but and so is Star Wars. But not everything in those movies are real.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, exactly my point. And
I, I still can't come to the conclusion of your theory though.
now, is there something you haven't seen that you don't believe in that other people believe in?
Something I haven't seen that other people believe in.
Yeah.
I mean, up close, no. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen a tiger up close, but I believe they exist. I'm pretty sure other people have seen tigers. I haven't seen one up close.
Yeah, like now, like I've personally seen a tiger at a zoo where people tell me to go to see giraffes. But I've never told someone go to the zoo, you'll see a tiger. Like it's not how I operate. Like if if you don't believe me, fine, don't believe me. But teach their own.
I guess it depends. I get on the person's perspective. Like if I'm going to believe that you actually saw a tiger, then I'll
Oh, there
believe
you
tigers exist. Or I can be like, you're full of shit. I've never seen one. I don't.
go.
The only tiger I know of is the one from the Jungle Book. Okay.
Oh, the Jungle Book. But exactly, I guess I should say what you believe in, whether it be giraffes, elephants, tigers. I guess you take it on a leap of faith.
I guess you should take it on a leap of faith because I believe giraffes are real. I again, I have no proof, but I know giraffes are real. Okay, it's just a common thing. It's a normal thing in the world. Animals are real, and giraffes are a part of the animal kingdom. So giraffes are real.
Now, what about jackalopes?
You're right. You're right. I've never seen. Yeah.
See, now jackalopes, people say are fake and that they are something that is not real. But there's pictures of jackalopes. There's many pictures of jackalopes, and I have seen a taxidermy jackalope. Was it fake? Was it real? I've never seen one alive, so I guess that questions it. They've all been, dead taxidermied or anything like that. It's possible, but I've seen more evidence of jackalopes than I have giraffes that I can base on being real.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen more evidence of the chupacabra.
Ah, the chupacabra. Yeah,
That damn goat eater.
yeah, chupacabras are pretty cool. I guess like now the current theory on chupacabras is that they were like an offshoot of like some diseased dog,
Yeah, that's the theory.
which I guess you think about it really makes sense for them.
Yeah,
Not not some.
given given all the shit that's been going on in this world and all the chemicals and stuff in the environment, I can believe a chupacabra can probably exist and slaughter creatures. But the reason why it's hard to believe in something like that is because people who've made reports about the chupacabra have only made these reports during like the next day. They say something happened at night, and it only happens at night. And then the next day,
It's
the
gone.
animal's dead. So that doesn't make sense. Why is it only coming out at night? I mean, there are animals that only hunt during the night. So
Yeah, there are nocturnal animals. There's a lot of nocturnal animals.
yeah, but
Oh,
not even just that. Why would it want to come in like a city area where it can possibly be captured easily? Someone can be strolling around at night with a gun and see a chupacabra and just shoot it. It doesn't have any fear of like possibly getting killed
well, I think
or
too.
prey.
Well, I think about it. What is a chupacabra going to do in the city? Chupacabras typically feed off cows, if I'm not mistaken. Cows and livestock. I
Yeah.
mean, the only livestock in the city are, I guess, the mindless drones that go about their days in the city. But I guess they're not the kind of stuff that they're going to go after. Well, I was going to say, maybe the people in the city could defend themselves, but chances are, if they're in a city, they can't defend themselves because of gun control. So yeah, why don't chupacabras go to the cities?
Yeah, that would be some pretty scary stuff.
Yeah,
I
pretty
would
cool though.
barricade myself in the house and load up every gun I have and just patiently wait. I'm not
Oh,
gonna go outside. I'm not gonna open any windows. I'm just gonna wait wait this out and see what happens.
wait this out till it's all over.
Exactly. And if anything comes my way, bang bang.
Bang, bang. What's the hang? I like it.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't wanna do any more than what I need to do. That means
Very
I'm gonna cut
true.
my phone off, no calls, no text. I'm just gonna wait this out.
Go full zombie prep mode.
Exactly. Exactly. Slash the purge.
Oh man. Yeah, the purge. Oh my god, the purge. I think the purge would be pretty damn terrifying. Be cool,
Definitely.
but terrifying.
People you think who are your friends could possibly gut you like a fish.
Oh yeah, like remember in the first movie where the guy is like, he's trying to get into the house to kill that guy, and then
Uh
he's
huh.
like, oh, I killed him, and he was my friend. Imagine what I'll do to you. And it's like, oh damn.
And then they'll use your insides to create giraffes.
Yeah. They'll use your insight to create giraffes.
Yes.
Oh man.
Draw giraffes on the wall with your blood.
Oh man.
Probably take a couple of pictures, post them on Instagram once the purge is over.
Haha. Turn this dude into a giraffe. LOL narc.
That would be horrible. With today's society, a purge, and then the next day, social media would just be full of pictures and videos for like the entire year of what happened that one night.
It's like LOL decapitated my ex. Hashtag purge.
He cheated on me. He thought I didn't know. LOL. Jokes on him. I'm pregnant.
Hashtag purged his ass.
That would be horrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. So I feel like you would have a better chance believing in the purge before you believe in giraffes. That's what it sounds like.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, people pretty much purge every day. It's just not necessarily legal.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at Chicago. I mean, Chicago might as well just have the purge legal with the amount of fucking murders that go on out there.
Who? Jesus Christ, yeah, man. That's I would not want to live in Chicago. And anyone that does live in Chicago, there are some brave, brave people.
Like, you know what? I have an idea. Why don't we just turn Chicago into like a national purge zone? And like, if you want to get out by X amount of time, fine, you get out by X amount of time. But if you're not out by that time, guess what? People are gonna purge, and people can just go in and out as they please.
You're right.
Almost
You're
like
right.
make it like an escape from New York situation. Think about it. We would solve pretty much so many problems if we just turned Chicago into a purge area.
That would be the breeding ground of madness. But think of how it would spread though, because if it would work there, there are a lot of other cities, states, all over that can use a purge.
mm, that's
So
true. It's a slippery slope.
exactly, it can start there, and it can be like, this this works. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, maybe we should. Yeah, maybe we should hold off on that idea.
Yeah, let's not go that route. Let's just stick to figuring out if giraffes are real or not. Well, I don't need to figure it out because I believe that they are real. You, my friend, you need to figure that out some way, somehow. I don't know. You got to hit up some zoos during the summer. Take some time off and start hitting up these zoos.
See, but like I said, I've been to zoos, and they claim to have giraffes, and then they don't have giraffes when I get there.
I think they have a number you can call. You call the zoo and say, "Hey, listen, I need to find a giraffe."
I need to see some penguins like right now.
Exactly.
Oh man, that'd be fantastic.
That would be glorious.
Oh, without a doubt.
Well, Joey, it looks like our time is up here.
Oh, damn, that's I'm already.
Exactly. Is that time of the day?
Oh, snap. Well, final closing our thoughts then.
Well, my thoughts are the same as most of the people in the world. Giraffes are real, and anyone who doesn't believe in giraffes are just in their own little world. That's my closing thought.
Well, to each their own then. To each their own.
What is your thought, my friend? I need to hear this. I need to hear this.
I don't believe they're real. I just don't believe they're real. I need to see one. Show me one. If someone has a giraffe, please come to my house and bring it over, and we will take a look at it, and I will believe it is real. If I see a giraffe, I will change my and I will openly state that yes, giraffes are real. If I see a giraffe.
Oh
Until
God.
that day, giraffes are not real.
On that note, ladies and gents, thanks for listening. We will be back next week with another topic. Once again, I'm Jeremy and my boy Joey.
Yo yo,
We will see you next week. Peace.
deuces.